Hello, guys. Welcome back to Journey with K and my special son J. So, people, Jaden is not here this morning with me. Jaden is at school. So, this morning I'm here to talk about when I found out my son was autistic. I'm going to skip out some stories, but I just wanted to tell you all this part of it because this part is very emotional to me. So after I found out my son was autistic, I remember I used to stress a lot about it, where I'm losing hair from my head. um, I started losing weight gradually, quick. Like I lose weight like this because I was so stressed. I was so worried, and I keep asking God, why me? Why me? Why I couldn't have like a normal child like everybody else? Why me? And then like asking God why me, God brought me to somewhere where I could see that my son was not the worst. This video is kind of dark. I don't know, it's because outside looks rainy and we ain't getting much sun today, so it's looking real dark. But a night I realized my son had the cold and he could have hardly breathe. So the next day I said, all right, then I'm going to rush him to children because he was born in theater, you know. Even then the same nights when him just born, him couldn't sleep well because of the cold, and them say it's because of the theater. So I rush him to children in the morning. When I went to children, my son was sick, with cold, but he was very healthy. That little boy was so healthy. He was just running around happily despite the cold that he had. And he was running around happily and everything. At that time, he was 4 years old. So I remember I met a girl that her son was also 4 year old. And when I met her, her son was 4, but her son was so sick. He was 4 years old, like my son Jaden, who was autistic. But I remember that little boy head was so big that his body could not carry his head. His body was so small and could hardly move. His head was real big, like it had plenty water. I'm talking about this and I'm so emotional. But I have to tell my story. And when I saw him, the mother was talking to me, and we were there talking because we were two young mothers. And the mother of that child was a hot girl. When we say hot girl, we would have say hot girl, like, she tattoo up and hair do up, and we feel with typical hot girl. So I remember we were talking and saying, and she was asking me about Jaden, and I was explaining to her, and I was asking she about her son too, and she was explaining to me what happened. And it was like so much, where she told me that she didn't know if he was going to live. Yeah. She told me that she's not sure if he's going to survive because of his illness. Remember, people, I was stressing so much because I found out my son was autistic. I wasn't eating. I was losing hair out of my head like a cancer patient. I was losing weight. I was thinner than a piece of paper. And this girl, who had a son 4 years like mine, was walking, lying down inside her lap, wasn't moving and running around like my son. His head, his body couldn't carry the weight of his head. And from that day when I went to children and saw that Jaden is not the worst, I wiped my tears. I wiped my tears to see somebody else going through worse than I was going through. And I thought I was going through the worst. And my child was running around, and her child was the same 4-year-old, had to be in her lap and couldn't move. I've never seen her back. And I don't remember if I took her number. I don't, because I would have remembered that at some point I would have called her. But I'm just saying this